Good morning, all. This video is going to go over how to use the component tool for the Revit Certification user exam. It's pretty simple. For most of you, this is probably just a review. There might be a few things that, little tricks or whatever that you didn't realize, but other than that, it's pretty simple. To use the component tool, we need to go over here to the Architecture tab, which is right here. Okay, and then we go to the component tool, which is in the build panel. All right, and now if we click on the drop down, it gives us two choices. We can do place component or model in place. We're not going to worry about model in place for this video series, but we are going to do place a component. And when you click on that, it basically defaults to, it'll default to either what was the last thing that you used in your project, or it'll default to something else. So you may not have the desk defaulted just like I do, but whatever you have, it's perfectly fine. And what you can do is go into the type selector. This is the type selector right here. Click on it, and then of course you can choose anything that has already been loaded into your project. Of course, what we want is not here. I'm looking for a chair. So if whatever you want is not here, it means it hasn't been loaded into your project yet, and you'll need to go over here to load family and click on load family. And let's look for furniture and seating. And we have several chairs here. If you click on just one click on them, will give you a preview of each chair. And I think I accidentally chose that one. That was a sofa. That's okay. Go ahead and choose the sofa. And now what we want to do is we want to place it. And of course we can place it by just dragging it wherever we want to and setting it down. We can also change its orientation by clicking on the space bar. Okay, and it snaps every 90 degrees. Some objects will snap every 45 degrees, just really depends. Sometimes it depends on how they were created. And you see they also have these little measuring references, dimensional references to place your component with precision. Let's say we place the sofa right here. Okay, right on that wall. You must double click on the escape button to get out of the sofa tool. And then we can do some more editing with the sofa tool. Let's say we want to change its position or more accurately place its position. So we click on it to activate it. And you see here we have these references that zoom into them here, that reference where it is in relationship to the center of the sofa to the wall is 2 feet. Okay, and then this one is center of the sofa, and we have to kind of follow the dimension line all the way over here to see what it is referencing. It's referencing the center of this wall. All right, so depending on where we want to place it, we can change some dimensioning. I don't want that to be 2 feet to the center from the wall. I just want it to be 1.5 feet, or I could also just type 1 foot 6 inches if I want, and it'll of course will interpret the measurement, and that puts it right up against the wall. Okay, probably not the best place. You probably want a little bit of space there behind your couch, but that's how you will place it and how you could modify its position. Now another thing you could do, of course, we can always actually, if you look closely, I actually placed it inside the wall just a little bit. So look out for that when you're placing these components, that you're not placing them inside other structures. So anyway, I can always at any time click on it and move it where I want to. I can also, if I decide to rotate it later, I've got it activated, and I can always just click on the space bar to get it to rotate again every 45 degrees. And I can also use this little tool right up here in the modify panel to get a more accurate rotation, like so. And I don't think I was supposed to click an extra time there. and I got into the actual family editor, and all I really wanted to do was place my sofa. And my computer is running a little bit slow, so it's typical PC product. It's actually supposed to be a pretty good computer, but we all know how that goes. But you see, I can rotate this and put it any specific place I want to. I can even type in an angle. Right now it's at 31 degrees. Let's say I want to do it 20 degrees. And then that just rotates at 20 degrees. And of course it still has its references to other pieces of geometry within the plan. There is, let's see, that's about the only other thing I can think to tell you about components. Of course, you can always copy them and move them right here. There's all these other tools here. You can also mirror them. Let's say we're going to mirror this, and we're going to draw a mirror line. So I'll click on the mirroring tool, and the object is already selected, so now I just need to draw a mirroring line. And now I have two sofas that are kind of mirrored across from each other. So that's it on placing components. Just about every component will operate the same way. There's only one other editing mode to that, and that's the deeper editing, editing inside of the family, which anytime you have an object, you want to edit it just a little bit, you can double click on it and it'll open it in the family. And of course you can change things in here. Let's see, probably not a whole lot right here. Always vertical, okay. All right, maybe not at that point, but here we can select different parts of it. We can stretch them. I don't think you'll be asked to do this on the certification exam, but at least you know it's there. But you can stretch those, change the thickness, the extrusion end, extrusion start, so I can make it thinner or thicker. And I can, I'm sure there's actually some other things I can do in here, like changing colors and stuff like that, but those aren't really important for the user exam. So we'll go ahead and get out of that, move on to the next subject. Anyway, good luck with that, and just play with a couple of pieces of furniture. Go ahead and place a few pieces of furniture inside of the cabin there. And anytime, once you're in here and you're editing, you have two options that you can do, such as load into project, and you can load into project and close. So it'll load it into the project and it'll close the file. This one will just load it into the project but leave the file open. Now, I'm just going to exit out of it because I don't want to save any of the changes that I've done to it. And there we go, we have our cabin again. But anyway, just so you'll know, this cabin, this is kind of like the, this is the living area, okay, and the living / kitchen area. It's very small, so you're not going to have like a whole bunch of cabinets and stuff like that in here. But you can have some sofas and things. You might even could put a bed or something in here and make it a 2-bedroom type thing. But this is the bedroom, or intended to be the bedroom, and this is like a little bathroom right here. Not the best design for a small cabin. I could have designed it a little bit more efficiently with using my space, but that was just for this particular training video that I made this. So go ahead and place some furniture and things like that around. Play with that, get used to it, and then we'll move on to the next topic here.